was a crazy dab. Whoa, and we're streaming. Cool.
Alrighty.
Just put a disclaimer that there's going to be adult content and bad table manners at the table of the bad table manners.
Yay, bad table manners.
This is for people over the age of 18. And if you're listening to it and you're younger than that, your parents suck.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Sir.
today.
So
21
that's
in
all
some
I'm
states.
saying is that, you know, adults should be listening to this podcast, not children.
Good disclaimer to have. I think we have that on our Twitch stream too. It makes you press the thing saying it's over 18. Alrighty, so where were we?
It's over the last 18 years.
Where we were getting.
I don't think it even makes. I don't think it makes you type in an age. I think it just pops up a thing saying mature content, and then you hit OK.
Oh, yeah, I just ran up and popped the stuff on his back.
Yep. So Rand runs up and goes pop, pop, pop.
Outside and wandered past the guards.
Yeah.
Past the guards. Oh, she's leaving the park,
No, she wandered.
or is she wandering further into the park?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I can roll with either. I mean, God knows playing with you guys, I've gotten really good at the improvisation stuff. So yeah, Brand runs up, pops 3 little yellow things on Feldner's back, and he sees their skins kind of go flying. And yeah, they're like big inflatable things. And where he came out, he across the street, like a Minions souvenir shop. There are big Mylar balloons that look like Minions floating. There's coloring books and little figurines and all backpacks and T-shirts and all the stuff you'd expect to see at a souvenir shop right outside of a ride.
I'm gonna whack one of the balloons with the sword of epilepsy. Greater. Don't give me any shit.
Okay.
It's a proper name.
So you walk up with the sword of greater epilepsy and you whack it, and it pops. Poof, and you hear a guy behind the counter go, "Hey, you owe me $10 for that."
What about all the other ones that were just attacking me that I popped?
Those
Don't
were
you see
actual
what's
minions.
going on around here?
Hey, all I know is this is my store, and you just destroyed one of my sellables, so you're gonna have to pay for it. That's gonna be $10.
Let's just say, due to the park's proclivities, I was confused. And I'm gonna
Well,
try
you
and
can
do
be
a
confused
I'm
minus
gonna
$10.
I was gonna try and do a persuasion on him,
Oh, okay. Do a persuasion.
but I don't remember what my persuasion is. So give me a second. Rand is just like chuckling to himself. Persuasion. It's not persuasion, is it? There's no persuasion. What is it? Diplomacy. +5.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say persuasion, I think, is a 5e1.
14 + 5 is a 19.
So he goes, all right, I'll tell you what, they cost me $5 to get. I'll just charge you the $5 to replace it. And you see the guy kind of from around the counter in the back of the store coming towards you.
Really? I'm gonna look at Rand.
Wait, what's coming out?
This store owner.
The shopkeeper.
I whacked one of the balloons and popped it, and now he's trying to charge me $5 for it.
Yeah, I know.
You're the one with all the money.
You're the one with all the fucking money, damn it.
Rand
Oh,
is actually
gosh.
gonna go up and he's gonna grab the shopkeeper and try and drag him outside to show him the chaos that's about to befall him.
Okay.
Okay,
Bad manners. Got it.
I guess that would be grappling, so that would be a strength check. Give me a strength check.
Rand had a little renegade thing come up and he pressed right bumper.
Oh my god. It hung on my mouse pad. I need to move all this shit. Okay. 21. 17 plus 4.
Okay, so yeah, you grab him. He's just a regular human guy. He's wearing a Universal Studios polo shirt, and you drag him outside as a few more of the little minion guys go running by as they're piling out of the door. And he doesn't necessarily respond. He just kind of looks around and he goes, "And?"
Rand hard blinks at him.
Hey, none of these little running things cost me nothing, okay? He popped one of the balloons. He needs to pay for it.
Okay, this guy's clearly insane. Okay. Randall just toss a few silver at him, and then shove him down the street and tell him to run.
Okay, so he takes the silver, and you push him down the street, and he kind of stumbles a few steps, and he looks at it. And he looks at you, and he looks down at it again. And he looks at the street, and he's looking. I mean, you can't really see where they're piling out of the side of the theater from here, because that's back this way. And you guys are doing this over here. So he's only seeing the little ones that are kind of trickling out from the door up here, and he just kind of looks at it, and he looks at him, he looks over, and he goes, "Yeah, I mean, people are running around in costumes like this all the time for the promotions for the ride. But thanks." And he kind of just wanders his way back into the store.
No, okay. I'm gonna run and grab him again.
Seemingly not wanting to fight you for that last couple of silver that you probably did.
No, I'm gonna run and grab him and tell him that he doesn't understand that there are thousands of them coming, and that he needs to run.
Feldenier's gonna add to that.
Thousands, huh?
Those aren't costumes. They pop just like that balloon did.
Really? Huh. Okay.
Show him, Rand.
And you kind of see the wheels. You kind of see the wheels turning in his face.
Bad person.
You see kind of the wheels kind of turning in his head. And he's looking up and he says, "Thousands, huh? Thousands coming this way? And he goes walking into the back of the store.
Does he
and disappears behind the door.
Okay, can I do an insight? Can I do an insight to see to
Absolutely
determine
lost
whether
cause.
or not he can see all these fucking minions all around the place?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, what is my insight? Yeah, I think it's good. Hold on.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I have a plus 10 on that. Let's go. And I rolled a 4, so 14. Can he?
Okay.
Is he
So, yeah,
seeing
you-
these minions running around?
Yeah, you can tell I mean, he's not stupid. I know you guys are thinking he's dumb, but you're seeing the wheels turning in his head. Like, he understands what's going on, but it's like he's seeing it from a different perspective or something. So he goes in the back of the shop, and then he comes back out, and he's holding a giant blanket. And he looks at you guys, and he goes, "Okay, how long till they come?"
A matter of minutes.
Okay, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. And you see him run out into the street, and he takes the blanket and he grabs one of the minions out of the street, and he kind of bags it up and he pulls it back into the shop and puts it in the back, and then comes back out with the blanket again.
Rand just starts laughing. He understands what's going on here, and he finds it wildly amusing.
Why-
Kidnapping
Rand,
to sell for
why-
profit.
Why? Okay, no. Feldenir is like, Rand. Why are you What?
Because Rand doesn't even begin to feel bad about these assholes.
Feldenir doesn't even understand what's going on.
Nobody's gonna explain
Well-
it to you.
You're nuts.
Yeah, while Rand is laughing, he runs out in the street and he grabs a couple more and brings them in.
All right. Well, Feldenir's
And as
gonna shrug.
he's walking back, As he's walking back in, he looks at you guys and he goes, "Any way I could get you guys to maybe give me a hand?"
Can you tell it? Do you know where the Unseelie Court is?
Oh, well, yeah, I know where they are. I tell you what, you help me out capturing these, as many as we can, and I will give you $50 and I'll tell you where they are. How's that sound?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, what's he telling us where they are?
Where the Unseelie Court is. To capture minions for him. And $50. $50.
He's offering a trade to pay you guys a little bit and give you information to capture these so he can sell them.
No. Rand is going to say that I'm going to use diplomacy. I'm going to say, look, I just watched you catch one of these without even needing to blink. Like, it's clear you don't need our help, and you don't need to part with your money in order to give us a little bit of information. And I'm going to roll a 12 plus 13 for a 25.
Jesus. Dude, we're rolling really well on this guy. We've rolled like 19s, 21s, 25s. Like, this guy's gotta fucking be in our favor at this point. He's gotta love us.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about loving you guys, but he's definitely, like, you guys went up to equal business partners that he was willing to offer something to, and then, so yeah, with those last words, he goes, "Oh, all right, your loss. Yeah, I'll tell you anyways. Why not? The Sealy Court, you're gonna go through the park. You gotta go down you're gonna keep going down. You want to head down the escalator and down to an area to see an area that looks kind of like, like a jungle, and you don't want to go in the jungle. You want to go to the right, and they'll be inside the buildings there in the back lot." And then he goes in the back and he puts down 2 more minions that he caught, and he closes it, and he comes back and he goes, or I almost forgot, if you want a quicker way, you can take the tour ride, and the tram goes right by where the Sealy Court meets. It's part of their tour.
Okay, question. Just for sake of note-taking, can you say those directions again?
Yeah, he said you have to go through the park and down the escalator, and you're going to see an area that looks like a jungle on the left-hand side. Don't go in the jungle. You want to go to the right. Yep, you want to go to the right, and in the buildings on the right, and then the Sealy Court is beyond the buildings in the back lot.
Okay, so what I got is through the park, down the escalator, jungle area on the left, no jungle, go right, Sealy Court on right.
Well, go right, go through the buildings, and the Sealy Court is in the back.
Okay. So I just needed to take notes, because I never do, and it always bites me in the ass, because I can never fucking remember anything.
That's okay. I don't mind waiting a little bit for some note taking. So, and then he comes back out and he says, "Or you can take the studio tour ride as part of the tour." They go right by where the Sealy Court meets. And you notice that the street is starting to fill up a little more solidly with, instead of every 5 or 10 feet, they're now every kind of like 3 feet running through. So he runs out there and he tries to grab them, and he gets a couple but pops one and kind of wraps it up in the blanket again and then brings it in. And he goes, "You sure I can't get you to help me, huh?"
No, thanks, bye. And I'm going to start walking / running, jogging towards the middle of the center of the park.
I'm going to be...
Well, you don't necessarily know where the center of the park is, but you can go this way, or you can go this way.
I want to go...
to the right?
Yeah, I want to go in this direction.
Yeah, you've got the right, Because this is the street that you came down, so you know that kind of heads back towards that front, and then you've got this way, which you guys don't really know. So you want to go this way?
Which way's into the park?
Technically, they're both into the park. That's what I'm saying. Especially from where you guys are standing, you can't tell which one would be more
We'll do this.
advantageous to go down. Like, you don't know which one's a faster route. Okay. All right, so you walk this way, passing this old theater that Rand saw before. I don't know if Feldnir saw it because I think he was unconscious. It's an old-looking theater. What was the name of it again? I'll pull it up. But it's kind of like an old-timey theater, and at this point, you guys can hear music and stuff coming from inside because a show's going on. The doors are unlocked and open. And by the way, Feldner, yeah, the park is packed. You see people all over the place, all different kinds of races that you would see in D&D and such, except now they're getting interspersed with minions, and you can see the minions kind of like jumping up and people moving out of the way as they're getting shoved out of the way, running along.
Okay. Now, as a player, did you guys stop the duplication cannon thing?
Yes.
Yeah, he cut the power to it, yeah.
Okay. So, as we walk, Feldenir's going to kind of ask Rand what the hell was going on, why he was tied up on in a chair.
I have no idea.
Rand's just kinky like that.
Rand has no idea. He arrived, saw you getting taken by a bunch of minions, and chased to try and find you.
Oh, yeah.
So as you guys are walking down, it's called the Hollywood Globe Theater. That's what I couldn't remember.
Okay.
But as you guys are walking down the street, I mean, you're seeing people sitting off to the side, and most people don't seem to be paying a huge amount of attention to the minions. You can tell that they're mostly just thinking like, oh, it's some movie thing that, you know, the park is doing. It's no big deal. So nobody really seems to be taking any alarm to the situation as they're moving along. You see stores on each side, places, you know, typical stuff, selling food of all kinds. Mm-hmm. As you start to get close to this corner, actually it says probably right about here, you hear kind of a hissing sound coming from inside the building. And you recognize it immediately because it sounds exactly like those zombies that you guys encountered inside the MGM Grand. You don't know them, but you hear them coming from inside the building.
Okay, well, we're not trying to go inside that building, right?
Yeah, you don't necessarily have any reason to do that, huh?
But
Alright.
why here all of a sudden?
Well, when you look up, you notice that there's a big sign that says, I really got to get a bigger copy of this map. Really do. Because this is itsy bitsy teeny tiny. So you look up and it says AMC Walking Dead Attraction.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
And you notice that people are opening the door and going inside and they're hearing that kind of hissing.
Alright.
Moving along, got it.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you guys are coming back up to the main drag here, we're going to cut back over to Hate. You guys look to your right and you see her just kind of walking down the street with her whistling. Until she gets in eyesight of you, and then you guys can do your role-playing and such. And you see she's kind of looking at the new wand, admiring it, kind of, you know, just checking it out.
Halsey? Your turn.
I was going to say, Halsey, are you with us?
We're walking up on you, you're like walking up on us, whistling, checking out your new wand.
Okay. So, assuming Limelight Crossing. Okay, so we're all over there. Hate's gonna look over at him and, I guess try to activate her wand and teleport over by Feldenir.
Okay, so roll a saving throw.
Wait, what's going on?
Just she's trying to teleport over by you. She's like testing out her wand.
Oh. Just a regular saving throw? Or am I adding...
I need to roll a saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah.
I clicked amazing, sorry.
It's okay.
Here's Kate. Does saving throws. Where do I click on that?
I don't know if it's a clicking thing. You probably just roll a d20 using the roll.
Oh, well, tell me that. Alright, because I'm stupid.
Whoa. Hey now.
No,
Calm down.
crap.
Yeah, I don't think saving throws...
Well, not. I guess.
saving throws are...
Yeah, it's still called a saving throw. Are they?
You can do basic saving throws, like if you want to determine whether someone succeeds or fails, a saving throw is like 10 or above.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's what in 4E they do it. They call it a save ends or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
I thought they still call it a saving throw. It's just not as tied to everything as it is in 5e.
It's not specific to a stat.
There are saving throws in 4, honestly.
No, there are. Just not in the traditional
Oh.
5e way. Is what we're saying.
So there's
Yeah, there has to be because of the save ends.
Well,
Well, no, yeah. If you're like with the save ends, it's always like you're poisoned. Save ends, and at the end of every turn, you roll and see if you are no longer poisoned.
and the DC is generally 10. Right?
Yeah.
roll a 10 then?
No, it's a DC. It's a D20
No.
roll for
Roll-
DC 10 or up.
Did you roll a 20? You did, yes. I don't see it on the chat though. Did you?
4.
Oh wait, there it is. Okay. So you teleport, and you're meaning to. Which square were you meaning to teleport into? Probably should have had you tell me that first, but. Oh, just hold it down. It'll ping whatever place your cursor is. Okay. So you end up teleporting to about here instead. Just off from where you were trying to hit.
I play it off like that's what I meant to do, and I'm like, hey guys, what's up?
We got attacked by these little yellow things wearing blue overalls and googly eyes. But they popped like balloons.
Do you guys want to know where I found my wand?
Sure.
So she's gonna walk him over to Diagon Alley.
It's not actually Diagon Alley. That was just what he said. Okay, so you guys walk down to the one shop, which is right about here.
Yep.
Right
Did we
about there.
pass anything interesting on the way?
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of shops there. Like I said, it's a little bit more geared towards arcane things instead of more magic stuff than the stuff at the fair. Wild was a lot of like armor and weapons and stuff like that. Definitely a lot of them were magic imbued and such, but this is like robes and wands and orbs and
The things
spell
that
books
you
and
only get in
Things more for
fairylands.
sorcerers and wizards and not battle minds and psionics.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Rand is absolutely not interested in any of this at all, and he's
What
gonna
about
turn to Nathan
Cloaks? Yeah, there would be cloaks.
and
Yeah, I
ask
was
where.
thinking maybe Rand could get like a cloak of invisibility or something.
Well, right now Rand is worried about finding the rest of the people in the party.
Oh, I know where they are.
He makes a motion as if to say, "Okay, out with it."
We'll get back in jail.
Okay, Rand hard blinks.
There was a big guy that went crashing through the wall and some elves guarding us, and they were sleeping soundly and looked safe, so I put them with their weapons, and I couldn't wake them up, so I didn't know what to do. I found you guys.
Oh. Rand is uncertain how to process all this information.
Come on,
So
follow
we
me.
have to
She
we
heads
have to
him-
go
heads him back
get
to
the
where
guys,
guards were.
Rand.
Well, yeah.
We can't go to the Sealy court without him.
No, you can't.
I say follow me. And
Okay.
I try to direct you guys back to where I came from.
And we're gonna follow.
Okay. So as you guys are heading back to the room where the security office, or to the security office where the other people are, you hear a loudspeaker come over the top that says, "Everyone inside, lay down your weapons." And you look around and you realize that there's nobody in this part of the park. It is completely deserted. And then right after the guy finishes speaking, you hear like a police siren whoop a couple of times, as if trying to make a point of like, we're out here and we have you surrounded.
Jesus Christ.
Feldenir's just gonna stand there and take a sip of the Disney lemonade.
Oh yeah, he still has his lemonade thing on him, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, it's endless. You said so.
No, absolutely, and I just forgot about it.
I think
So he
unless I
kinda
got
takes
rid
a
of
sip
it,
of
I
his
don't
emblem.
remember.
No, I don't think you did.
No, you didn't get rid of it. I remember at some point you figured out how to keep it from flashing its lights constantly, but you didn't get rid of it. And as you look, if you look forward and you look through the front gate, you see the guy, or Hate recognizes the guy that was checked and on the ground earlier, and he is standing, and he does not look happy.
She looks at
And
you,
she sees him put the.
eyes, and she says, "Hey, I stabbed that dude."
Oh my god.
And
Great
you
thing to announce.
you watch as he puts.
Feldenir,
Standing
face
around.
palms.
So you watch as he puts the speaker up to the microphone up to his lips. And he says, "You have 60 seconds to come out with your hands up, or we're coming in for you."
Feldenir just kind of yells out into the ether, "Out of where?" We're in the middle of the street.
Out of the park. If you come out with your hands up, we will place you under arrest.
Why do we want to be under arrest? That sounds like shit.
He wasn't saying it. Oh boy. Okay.
This isn't really a conversation, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say, is that what Hate actually says? Like, why would we want to be under?
I guess
That wasn't a. That wasn't an offer. That was a threat.
You know what? I let you live.
We are placing.
That's the last time.
We are
that happens,
placing-
asshole.
We are placing you under arrest. Will you come out peacefully, or do we have to come in and get you?
So Hate's going to line up with her. Do we need to roll initiative?
Not yet, because you guys aren't technically in combat. You're just kind of in the standoff phase. But are you doing something to initiate combat?
I'm not. I've put my Sword of Greater Epilepsy away and turned it off, and I'm just sitting there with my lemonade. And I've turned the light on so that they can see I just came from Disneyland.
She looks at the two of her companions and says, "Are you fools surrendering?"
Feldenir's gonna say, "We need to see the court." And how
While
do
you guys
see
are
a
talking,
court?
you notice that men are starting to shuffle in through the front entrances.
A trial.
That sounds like a bad plan. Okay,
That
Rand.
sounds like a god-awful plan.
Feldenir doesn't have like the best intelligence. He's wise, but
Okay, let's just run because the cops are moving.
Well, I was going to say, as you're talking, you're noticing that they're shuffling in from both exits and the entrance in the front and starting to make their way towards you. And this guy walks his way up to the front so that he doesn't need the loudspeaker anymore, and he says, "Well, what'll it be?" And he cocks the shotgun.
I just threw down Eldritch Speed, which gives me like an extra kind of like boost, a +5 power bonus to my initiative roll, and I extra move action during the first round of combat, or during a surprise round if you're allowed to act during that round.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Well,
I did that so that, you know, if we do, that's not like fuck you guys, I'm fighting you. It's just a stance.
no. Feldenir is gonna use his power to basically move 7 squares at initiative, and he's gonna start running away with. And can I also utilize my dimension slide thing to get Rand to teleport about 3 squares away?
Well, you have your innate ability that happens at initiative.
Right.
You would only be able to use the dimension slide if you're the first person to come up on the initiative order. Because I don't think that's one of those things that happens before initiative, right?
Let me take a look.
I don't think we can have a surprise round in this situation either.
No, yeah, this definitely doesn't warrant a surprise round, because if you guys had jumped earlier, I would have considered it, but you waited for them to get in and in position.
Okay, so are we rolling initiative then?
We are, yes.
We're rolling initiative. I'm just
I've
trying
been
to
starting
determine
here.
what the positioning is going to be at initiative. So, because we're running, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a plan.
Well,
So
I was going to say, you guys haven't determined exactly what you're doing. You're definitely doing things to increase speed, so it makes sense if you took off.
That's my real roll. Ooh.
So mine's 24 actually. Mine's 19 plus 5.
Okay, go ahead and change it.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can click on the number in the... You should be able to, in the turn order, and change your own number.
Oh, I see. It's a move action. Alright, let me roll initiative. Initiative.
So are we all running?
Yeah. I get a +4 on my initiative. I'm gonna roll an actual die. I just got to do this to get myself in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless it's a natural 20 or an 18, which is nice. So,
You're not gonna
actually,
take the 18?
huh?
The screen, you rolled an 18.
Should I stick with the 22?
Yeah, but he was just doing that to add himself to the initiative order.
Yeah, even
You
when I
rolled
get
an
guns,
18.
14.
I was going to go with whatever you pick. You can't be like, I'm going to roll a better.
Yeah, I got a 14, so I'm low in the initiative. Shit.
Okay, so
But I
you
will
you
be
have
able
your
to move
you have your thing that starts
2,
right at the beginning, right?
3, yeah. For which way is in towards where we need to be? Do I know?
You don't know that. Nope. All you know is what's down this direction because you've been there.
Okay, so we know that where we need to be isn't down that direction, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, you know
5,
that this is not the
6,
pathway you want to
7.
take.
So I'm going around this way. And
Okay.
this is a path over here, right?
Looks like it.
Yeah, off to the left-hand side here, you see a smaller path that goes over, and then you have a path this way that seems to go... These are actually stairs that go down into this area here.
Okay, which direction would seem like the directions that I was given towards the Steely Court?
That's the thing. You're not necessarily knowing that. They just said through the park. They said through the park and down the escalator.
All right, this looks like it's going into a
Or he
building.
said.
Does this look like it's going into a building?
It could be.
Okay.
Did you roll a 27?
I don't know.
I
How did
rolled
you
a
roll a
20 and I
27?
get +7.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, in that case, 6, 7, because I'm going to start heading this way.
Okay. So, Rand, you're up first.
Okay, I fucking hightail it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Is that all you're doing?
Yep.
Hey, you're up.
Kate runs up the side of the building.
Ouch. That is a natural one.
She does a thing where she
Yep.
runs up a little bit and then falls straight backwards and lands.
And it
flat
does
on her
that little
back.
drum roll thing. As she's trying to run up the side.
Aw.
And I have 2 moves. So tell me how bad
I was going to say, thanks, guys. I didn't know you were DMing this game. Oh, apparently Brent and Nate apparently wanted to DM for 20 seconds there. So, yeah, that is pretty much what I was going to say, is you try to make your way up the building and you slip, and you don't get unsure footing and you fall back to the ground. It doesn't seem to really do you any damage. It just was like a misstep.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it a second time. Because I have 2 moves for my last thing. And I shoot the fuck up the side of that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I'm going to basically drop down.
Absolutely. You get up so effortlessly you can move your full speed once you get to the top. Oh, okay.
Can do 6. I'm gonna jump down and follow up kind of be in the middle of Feldner and Rand.
Okay. So let's see.
The cops are like, the fuck?
Well, pretty much, like, they just see you guys turn and bolt without a second thought. And you can hear at the last second, the guy at the front, the one who's been injured already previously by hate, just goes, "Everybody get him!" And they come running.
I imagine we're doing one of those old school cop chases, old school cartoon cop chases, where all the cops are like in a cloud of dust, and you see their like, billy clubs and their hats and their mustaches and shit all popping out in various places as they're chasing us.
Not quite. I mean, you can tell that this is more like a high-end SWAT team that knows how to move in sync. So they're moving pretty good. There's definitely no top hats and mustaches and clubs or cobble sticks or whatever you call them.
Taken a lot of fucking potions recently, so I don't know what you might be saying.
Okay, so Feldenir, your turn.
Okay.
So you've got maybe 5 to 10 feet behind you is the first of these cops, and they are the guns holstered and just running as fast as they can.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure my movement's like 7 right now. From an ability. No, I haven't used that ability, so it's 5. Now I can trade down my action for a movement, yeah?
That's correct.
Okay. So I'm just gonna double move in the direction we're headed.
Okay.
So that's 1, because I had to get past them. That's difficult terrain, or is that not?
No, it's a big enough path that you can just get right by them. Obviously, the squares are much bigger than they would be in real life.
Right. One, one, two, three, four. Am I like coming up to a dead end here or anything like that?
You're coming up to the edge of the map, so yeah, you're seeing the path that you're leading on dead ends right about here into this giant building that just seems to go up and up and up, and you can't see the top of.
Okay. That's my movement and my movement. I don't think I can do anything else. So I end my turn.
Okay. The rest of the guys go. Rand, you're up.
Jesus Christ, how far did you make it, bro?
Probably to a dead end, so I don't know if following me is the best idea, but I am the fastest.
Well, I was gonna say, and his whole thing is movement. Like, that's pretty much his whole battle plan.
I mean, it has its perks, but, you know, it's Feldenir, so...
Okay, I can go there on 6 movement.
Can Rand tell where we're headed and if there's a better way to go?
Yeah, once I reach here,
Well, he can
take a perception check to see if I can see a good method of egress.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna catch up with them just for sake of...
Okay,
'cause I have 6.
cool. 17.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you see ahead, and you can tell that Feldenir has stopped and is starting to turn around because he saw a dead end. So you can't necessarily see it yourself, but you're able to see and infer from his actions that it's probably not best to keep going that direction.
Or teleport through it.
Okay, what about, like, my surroundings in a more generalized sense? Like, do I see any...
Oh, okay.
A good place...
Yeah, so off to your right...
To hide?
Oops. Ah. What happened?
It just grows, it grows.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, right here you see like a taller building. Being up higher, you can see that this down here is like a theater with a series of props and sets and stuff inside of it, and then seating in this U circle here. Off to your right in this large building, there are doors, sets of doors here and here that seem to be open. And then the building itself goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. I mean, almost like to the clouds. You literally can't see where it ends.
Okay.
And then there's also a pathway that goes this direction.
Okay, where was it that they said we would find the
That's
silly
probably where
court
the
meeting?
silly court is.
Outside of a theater, they said?
Here and here are the doors.
Well, I'm just
Through
gonna
park,
pop into this
down
door.
escalators. Have I seen any escalators as we've been going?
Nope.
Any jungles?
Nope.
Any signs that say there's an escalator?
Nope.
Well, I'm down to try the doors on the right.
Okay, well, does Rand have any movement left, or has he gone his full...
No. I'm just saying that as a player. But I can point at him and say, let's try those doors.
Sounds good.
Okay, so if you've done your movement, and so Hate comes running up behind. Now you've moved your full movement, but you can move again if you decide to trade down your normal action. That's how Feldenir went so far, because you have a standard action, a move action, and a minor, and you can trade the standard action down for more movement if you want to.
I'll trade it down.
Okay. So you decide to go in the doors. For sake of argument, do you all decide to go in the doors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where we're going to end our session tonight. But you go through the doors, and all of a sudden it is freezing cold. And you notice that just inside the doors there seems to be a small town, and as you look up, the rocks go up, and you see a giant, dark castle sitting there that looks exactly like the one out of Harry Potter.
I think what we found is what we're looking for here.
Do I see any escalator signs?
Nope, no escalators. And this all goes up, 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 up. So, right as the frigid cold is starting to get to you and you're looking around, all of the doors behind you slam shut as if by magic.
Damn it.
And that is where we are going to end this episode.
Well, hey, if the doors slam shut, that means the cop can't get in us.
I know we lost him, so that was the end of that encounter.
Unless they just go in through the other doorway.
There are all kinds of possibilities.
Well, okay.
Many things.
All
could
right, good
happen.
job, guys.
Sweet. Sweet.
That's all next week.
Not to mention, once again, chance for combat. You guys decided to opt out, which is always kind of funny, but works out well, I guess.
I guess-
Considering our storyline narrative for who we work for, it wouldn't do.
Our tactic is just
Yeah.
apparently just be assholes but avoid combat.
That's pretty much. I was gonna say, you guys instigate combat and then run away.
Go poke the bear and then take it.
Pretty much.
We just want.
All right, so yeah, we'll be back. We will be back next week with more Modern Day, as Richard is still out. We'll be doing Revelation of the Realms for another few weeks.
'Cause he's
And
getting
this was a lot
married.
because he's getting married. That's absolutely right. Poor guy too. He said it like he has like a crap ton of people in his small house with all of the family coming out for the wedding.
Well, I mean, you
He's
know
just
what that's
like a sard. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's worse than. It's even worse than I've been experiencing. But yes,
No,
I do
that's
feel for him.
terrible.
Let me
No,
see.
it
Hold on.
sucks. Yeah, he said 900 square foot or some shit like that.
So,
And if I remember correctly, I think he said like 16 people in 900, but-
Forget about it. He's taken.
Yeah, right.
Well, technically, I don't know if Lauren Dahl is
Well,
taken.
Lauren
We know
Dahl
Richard
might-
is.
Richard's taken.
Richard's taken. Don't touch.
That is correct.
Alrighty. Well, this has been bad table manners
It's been real,
night, guys.
guys.
or bad manners.
See you next
Yeah, he said he has 12 people in a 900 square foot house. Eep. Okay, so. But yeah, next week we'll delve a little further into this new area that you guys have discovered inside of the Unseelie Court, and see what else the party can get into.